We took a cruise on Marella Voyager, and in this video we're going to tell you exactly what we thought. Was it good? Was it bad? Plus, we'll tell you all about our premium drinks package experience. You're going to want to stick around for that.
Marella Voyager is the newest ship in the Marella fleet, and she launched in 2023. She consists of 13 decks and has a capacity of 1,912.
Now, that is definitely not the biggest ship we've been on, but also not the smallest. She is the perfect size for us.
Even though she was originally launched in 1997 for Celebrity Cruises, she really did impress us. We've previously sailed on both Explorer and Explorer 2 from the Marella fleet, and we were really pleased when we first stepped on board Voyager because some of those familiar Marella favourites were there to be found.
But Marella Voyager also has some significant differences from her sister ships, and we'll tell you about some of those during this video. Now, with Marella, everything is included, and that includes the flights and the transfers. We flew from Bournemouth Airport all the way to Palma de Mallorca on our TUI plane, and then caught our TUI transfer straight to the ship.
Marella Cruises makes it really easy for you to get on board one of their cruises, as they operate flights from a variety of different airports in the United Kingdom, and our experience could not have been easier. Once we landed in Palma and collected our baggage, we were then directed by TUI staff to a waiting transfer bus. As soon as that transfer bus was full, off it went, no problems at all.
When we arrived at the cruise terminal in Palma, it was so simple. There was no queue at all. We were greeted by the Marella staff who checked us in super quick, and in no time at all we were on board the ship.
Even though we had to take our own luggage and hand them onto the transfer bus, once that bus arrived at the cruise terminal, we didn't have to worry about it at all, and the next time we saw our bags were outside our cabin.
Talking about our cabin, let's tell you what we thought. Well, on walking into our cabin, we thought it was fantastic. Now, on this cruise we had a large balcony cabin and there was plenty of space.
The room was light and airy with plenty of storage space. The bed was incredibly comfy, and wow, that balcony was incredible. Our overall thoughts of the cabin were great. It was in a fantastic position at the front of the ship on deck 9, not far from the forward elevators.
If you want to see exactly what our cabin is like, including a full tour, check out our separate cabin tour video. Now, if you've watched any of mine and Dom's videos, you know exactly what's most important to us, and that would be the dining and food.
Voyager has got a great selection of included dining venues on board, and fortunately we managed to sample all of them.
First up is the main dining room, latitude 53. This is situated right at the aft of the ship and spans 2 decks.
You can experience some great wake views in this light, spacious venue that has plenty of tables for 2.
We ate here many evenings and lunchtimes over the course of our cruise, and the quality of the food was generally very good. There's lots of different options to choose from, and many of them were exceptional.
Latitude 53 is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner. You do not need to make a reservation, you can just turn up. However, during peak times you may be asked to wait and be given a buzzer. We found the experience of dining in Latitude 53 really easy and simple. Yes, on a number of occasions we did have to wait around about 40 minutes to be seated. That's because we chose to dine at that peak time between 7 and 8:30.
What time do you like to dine? Do let us know in the comments. And out of all the food that we've shown you, do you have a favourite dish?
And having a buzzer wasn't too much of an issue for us at all. We just went into one of the bars, grabbed ourselves a drink and enjoyed some of the onboard entertainment.
Now, also situated inside of Latitude 53 is Vistas. Now, Vistas is another included restaurant, and this time the theme is Italian.
We dined in here twice during our cruise. We found the selection to be great, and the menu changes every few days.
Once again, this is very popular and you may need to queue in order to get in there at peak times, but the food quality was exceptional and we really enjoyed the tasty Italian dishes.
Vista's is open for evening meals only.
If the main restaurant is not for you, then why not head up to the kitchens? This is Marella's take on a buffet experience, but it is not self-serve. In fact, there are several sections of food available. You choose what you like. One of our favourites was the roast, a section where you could get roast dinners, perfect for the British guests.
Another favourite was their pie station, freshly made pies with a special pie of the day.
At breakfast, they even have a section that serves hot breakfast rolls, perfect for us in the morning.
During our time on board Voyager, we found the kitchens to be an absolute delight. We never had to queue for very long. There were always plenty of tables.
One thing that is important to point out is that the food stations do remain the same, so there isn't that much variety if you have tried them all. But Marella do say that you are expected to try different stations each night, which would give you some choice.
And at each of those stations, they do serve a special dish which changes daily. The kitchens is open from early until late, and they also offer late night snacks.
Yes, especially if you are a fan of a curry, this is where to head late at night.
Oh, and those burgers were superb as well.
In the kitchens, there is also a good variety of drinks. This being Marella, there are drinks available all throughout the day. In the morning, there is juices available. At lunch and in the evenings, you have wines and beers. And throughout the day, you will find tea and coffee. Vista is not the only Italian restaurant on board. If you're fancying a taste of pizza or pasta, why not head to Nonna's?
They've got a unique way of ordering your pasta and pizza. They give you a slip of paper where you can select all the different sauces and toppings for your pasta or pizza.
The standard of food in Nonna's was great. It tasted fantastic. Dom had a calzone, which you absolutely love.
In my experience, I can put my hand on my heart and say it's the best calzone I've had at sea.
Moving across the summer house and on the opposite side to Nonna's, you will find Abuela's. Abuela's is a Mexican style restaurant and we dined here during the day.
We had a selection of Mexican inspired food from chili beef to garlic chicken and rice, as well as those classic tortillas with salsa. The menu during the evening for Abuela's is extensive and they've got lots to choose from.
If you are a fan of some Mexican dishes, then we would recommend that you try Abuela's. The final dining venue included in your cruise fare is very popular on sea days and when the sun is out. That would be the Snack Shack located on the pool deck.
Here you will find a great selection of poolside favourites from burgers, fries, chicken burgers, hot dogs, you name it, it's there. You can also help yourself to a fresh selection of salads and sandwiches, as well as cookies and those infamous brownies.
Yes, if you do want those cookies and brownies, get there quick because as soon as they are in that fridge, they are on the way out.
It is a very popular dining venue, especially on those sea days, and sometimes you do have to wait a little while to get your fresh food, but it's definitely worth the wait.
That was our roundup of all the included food, so now let's talk about those additional charge venues. Silver Fork is Marella Voyager's most premium restaurant and offers British classics with a Marella twist.
And some of those dishes really did surprise us. We dined in the Silver Fork and we had their taster menu, which included wine. It was an incredible experience. The food quality was beautiful. The venue was superb. And we really did have a great meal. If you'd like to find out exactly how we got on in the Silver Fork, we've put together a full Silver Fork review and I'll put a link on screen and in the description.
For an additional experience, Silver Fork is also the venue where the musical afternoon tea is held, and we thought this was a fantastic way to spend a few hours in the afternoon with a live pianist playing those musical classics while we tucked into some exceptional afternoon tea.
The sheer amount of food delivered to the table was incredible and really delicious. We also had a number of included cocktails with the experience, and we highly recommend it for those that enjoy musicals and perhaps those that don't. No cruise ship would be complete without a steakhouse on board, and Marella Voyager has surf and turf.
Surf and Turf offers exactly what it says on the tin, those premium steaks and seafood dishes in a fantastic venue with brilliant views.
There's also an Asian-inspired speciality called Corala, and again you can get a great selection of different types of food if you're fancying something a little bit different than what's on offer in the main dining rooms or the kitchens.
Then, not far away and new to Voyager, there is a tapas cheese and meat style venue called Plata. Here you can order anything from cured meats to those fancy cheeses. Give it a try. Look out for their chalkboard with what's included as you pass through the ship. The final additional paid venue would be the coffee port. Now here you can find some snacks including chocolates. We tried a couple of these chocolates and they were absolutely delicious. Of course, here in the coffee port, drinks are an additional charge unless you have the premium drinks package.
It's located in the centre of the ship overlooking the promenade and also the main atrium. It's a great spot to just sit back, relax and enjoy a really good coffee. And even though it's an additional charge, they are really reasonably priced.
And if you enjoy chatting to a member of the crew, this is a great place to bump into them. We managed to bump into the captain a number of times while waiting for our order. As we've started talking about drinks, let's talk about the entertainment and bars on board.
We'll start off with the Broadway Show Lounge. This is Marella Voyager's main theatre.
As you walk into the theatre, you can choose from a selection of drinks and cocktails. We haven't seen this on any other ship. The drinks are laid out on tables ready for you to take to your seat before the show starts.
The benefits of an all-inclusive cruise.
The shows on board Marella are absolutely exceptional. The cast on board work super hard. They put on a show nearly every night. We had various music review style shows while we're on board. They included Coney Island, Havana Nights and Diva.
All of the cast production shows that we saw, we really did enjoy, and wow, those Marella crew are incredibly talented.
Also, we did have one guest performer while we were on board. His name was a man called G. He was a comedy musical impressionist. Yes, all of those things, and we thought he was exceptional.
He was a genius, and his Donald Trump will live with me for the rest of my days.
Moving on through the ship, you then come to the Arts House. Now, the Arts House is a really good sized venue with plenty of seating.
There's often live music in the evenings, and it's a great spot to sit back, relax and grab yourself a drink while you're waiting for dinner. The Arts House has also got a number of games that you're able to sit there and play, and any crafting that takes place on board happens in this area as well.
Another great venue where you can grab a drink while you're waiting for dinner is Flutes. Now, this is the venue where you can press for bubbles. This means hit the bell on the wall and your drink will be delivered. Flutes does get busy during the evenings, particularly at peak dinner times, but we would recommend taking a seat, grabbing a drink and listening to the pianist that performs in the bar.
There's also waiter service available, so it's not just Prosecco. So those of you that don't fancy a Prosecco can enjoy a beverage in this venue as well.
One of the most popular venues on board the whole ship has to be the Squid and Anchor. If you enjoy quizzes, game shows and of course live music, this is the place to be.
During the day, it's a nice, relaxed venue where you can sit down and enjoy those sea views.
Now, if you do want to sit in the Squid and Anchor of an evening, do be aware that it can get very busy. From around 9 PM is peak time and you can sometimes struggle to get a seat in here.
The Squid and Anchor is popular for very good reason. Marella put on some great entertainment, whether it's the quiz shows hosted by the entertainment team, live music by many of the artists on board, or even the captain's welcome.
Yeah, we really enjoyed the captain's welcome here. We thoroughly enjoyed all of the entertainment in the Squid. One thing that is worth it pointing out, if there are any smokers, here at the aft of the ship, located outside of the Squid and Anchor, you will find one of the designated smoking areas on board. Any gin lovers out there, well, aperitif is the place to go. It is worth pointing out that if you have the premium drinks package, drinks are included here. If not, the drinks served here do come at an additional charge.
It's a really nice bar with comfortable seating and a really extensive selection of different gins and whiskies.
The Summer House is an indoor-outdoor venue with a retractable roof. This is a great place on those sunny days to sit back, relax, grab a book and take in some fantastic music.
Often during the day and in the evening, there'll be live music performed in this venue. They've also got a little outdoor area where you can sit back and relax and enjoy those sea views. We often use this area to sit and enjoy our breakfast from the kitchens, but be careful of the seagulls.
Right at the top of the ship is the late night venue on board Marella Voyager, and that is called the Electric Rooms.
This neon inspired venue is a great addition to Voyager. You can dance the night away with a live DJ. It's an open venue with plenty of comfortable seating, and they've also got the casino right next door.
If you're used to American style ships, then don't be expecting the size of casino that you find on board those. On board Marella there is a couple of card tables and a few slot machines, and that is your lot. In the Electric Rooms, they do offer their own selection of cocktails, including those smoky cocktails. Unfortunately, during our cruise, they were not available to have, which was a bit of a disappointment for us, but I think ever since they have been working.
Yes, the smoke machine was broken, unfortunately, on our cruise. The smoky cocktails are not a part of the standard all-inclusive package, and they do come at an additional charge if you don't have the premium all-inclusive.
The final venue on board, and one that we did spend quite a bit of time in, is the Exchange. Now, the Exchange is a twice nightly premium immersive show.
This does incur an additional charge, but for your money you get 3 included cocktails and a show that you will not forget.
However, you can use the Exchange during non-show times completely free. The bar is open and it is a great venue in a speakeasy style.
Whether you're looking to try something a little bit unusual and go and see the lock-in or the heist, or if you'd like to go up there and just have a quiet drink with some live music, it's definitely a really great venue.
Now, the Exchange is brought to Marella Voyager from the same people who bring the Bright Light Society on Cunard's newest ship, Queen Anne, so it is definitely an experience worth going to see.
The cast were fantastic. The shows were just incredible. I'm not a lover of immersive experiences and getting involved. However, I'd do it again and again and again. The whole experience was unforgettable.
Now, to round up the bars and places to grab a drink, there are several bars located out on the pool deck, perfect for those sunny days.
One unusual feature of the Marella pool deck is you'll find self-service drink stations where you can go and help yourself.
What a great way for Marella to avoid those queues and make sure you get a drink in no time at all. Well, we have talked about so much in terms of bar and entertainment, but it's not over yet. If you do like to do activities on board the ship, there is still more on offer.
Marella Voyager's got a great mini golf course. All of the equipment is provided free of charge. They've also got a really large sports court where you can play basketball, and again, the equipment is free to use.
Also, don't forget that jogging track that is located on the pool deck.
We sailed on Marella Voyager during the February half-term holidays, and we were really surprised with the events and activities that the M Club had hosted for all of those children on board.
Also located at the aft of the ship, there is a small splash pool that is part of the M Club. Speak to the team at the M Club to find out exactly how you can access that.
Marella Voyager has also got a games room with a number of classic arcade machines as well as modern day consoles. So if you're missing any of your teens on board, I'd definitely check here first.
Looking for the latest blockbuster or able to watch a classic? Well, Marella have also got you covered. There is an onboard cinema.
Films change daily, and check your daily planner that's delivered to your cabin to find out when and what's playing.
Now, if you are up for relaxing, there is the onboard spa. The spa is the perfect place to get a few hours away from it all, sit back, relax and enjoy those thermal facilities.
They've also got a really great gym with some of the best views on the ship.
If you are a fan of retail therapy, then why not head to the Broadway shops? Here there is a good selection of clothing, souvenirs and even those items that you may have forgotten.
If you'd like to explore Marella Voyager in a bit more detail, we've put together a full Marella Voyager ship tour, and I'll put a link on screen and in the description.
There is plenty of areas to sunbathe on board Marella Voyager. There is the areas right at the front of the ship which is nice and quiet, but if you want to be in the hive of activity, then head towards the pool area. Here you'll find daytime entertainment activities from the onboard entertainments team, some great things like quizzes and pool games, but also some quite strange shows including an acupuncture demonstration from the onboard spa team.
Something different that we'd never seen on a sea day. The outdoor areas do get very busy, but while we were on board, we never really struggled to find 2 free sun loungers. Yes, the further away from the main pool area, the easier it will be because the pool area does get busy very, very quickly. During our 7-night cruise on Marella Voyager, we had a great time. We stopped at some fantastic ports in France, Italy and Spain. At each of the ports, Marella had put on a number of excursions that passengers could sign up and pay for. These could be purchased on board or prior to your cruise using the Marella website.
Compared to some cruise lines, the Marella Cruises offered excursions are a fantastic price. However, on this cruise, we decided to go it alone and explore all the ports independently.
If you'd like to see what we got up to at each of our ports and what it's really like to sail on Marella Voyager, we've got a full daily vlog series available on our channel. Even though Marella is an all-inclusive cruise line, meaning a selection of drinks are included in your cruise fare and they're unlimited, we wanted to try their premium all-inclusive package. Now this cost us £12 per person per day, which when you compare it to other cruise lines is really good value. This allowed us to have pretty much any drink on the menu.
Yeah, and there was a fantastic selection. We really enjoy a premium gin and tonic, so that definitely benefited us. Plus we enjoyed a few coffees from the coffee port nearly every day. So would we have the premium drink selection again?
The answer would have to be no. The main reason we decided to go for it was the fact that I do enjoy a premium tonic. Now, the only way you can get a premium tonic is from the aperitif bar. Unfortunately, even with the premium all-inclusive package, none of the other bars around the ship stocked premium tonic. So the only time we could really use it was when the aperitif was open.
Yeah, so that did mean we had to go out of our way, particularly when other venues were open, to grab a premium gin and tonic. So we ended up just ordering drinks off the normal menu. Although it was nice to have a treat, we don't think it was worth the upgrade for us. Another thing that we didn't think was good value for money was the cabanas on board. Now these are priced extortionately high considering the rest of the cost of items on board Marella are pretty good value, and during our cruise we didn't actually see one person use them at all. It may be a good way of escaping the crowds, but for us we think they are too overpriced.
They do give you a little bit of privacy and a guaranteed sunbed, but for the price, no, we definitely don't think that's worth it.
No.
They're the only 2 little issues that we had while we were on board Marella Voyager. Overall, the experience was incredible value for money. All of those drinks were included. The flights, the transfers, Marella make it very easy to cruise.
3 key highlights for us about Marella Voyager were: number 1, the exchange. We thought that was a fantastic experience and definitely worth the money. 2, the entertainments team in the Broadway show lounge. They were exceptional and put on fantastic shows every single night. And thirdly, we enjoyed the ease that Marella make cruising. From the flights to the transfers to getting on board the ship, everything was easy.
We can wholeheartedly say that Marella is one of our favourite cruise lines. It's just a great overall experience and really good value for money.
In summary, we have to say that Marella Voyager is a step up in the fleet. She has some fantastic new offerings as well as those Marella fan favourites. We would absolutely sail on her again. Thanks for watching our Marella Voyager review. If you've got any comments or questions, please pop them in the box below.
If you'd like to support us in creating future content and receiving exclusive benefits, we're also available on Patreon and through YouTube channel memberships.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. We've got lots more content available on our YouTube channel, so press that subscribe button. If you're interested in receiving daily updates, we're available on most social media platforms. Just search for Tom and Dom Travel.